So let's do a quick recap of our last of the three regions now, the southern region. So the southern colonies are the ones we're going to be talking about today. Of course, the southern colonies are Virginia, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Maryland. So we have 5 southern colonies we need to be talking about today. The geography of the southern colonies. First of all, most important thing, it's warm and sunny, right?
Okay, that's good.
And it's pretty much like that most of the year. That makes it a really good place for growing things when you combine that with its very rich soil, right? So it's got really good soil, a lot of flat land, so a lot of space to go plant things and open up farms and plantations. They have long coastlines, just like all the other regions do, because they're pretty close to the ocean, right? Because all the colonies are right there on the coast. Economically, the southern colonies are all built around their plantations, right? That's the core of everything in life down there. Most of these colonies are started for money reasons, and the plantations specifically are why they get started. Now, these plantation owners are super greedy, right? They don't want to pay people to work on their farms, so they're going to buy slaves who are kidnapped from Africa, force them to work on the farm, threaten to beat or kill them if they don't. That's going to lead to a pretty big divide between the rich and the poor, which we'll talk about in just a little bit. Politically, they were a mix, sort of like the middle colonies were, right? They had some colonies that had royal governors. They had some that had a lot of self-government. So there's a little bit of both there. There was, however, the Virginia House of Burgess, which is super important to know because it was the first representative form of government, right? Where instead of everybody getting together, you just send one guy and he votes for your whole town or something like that. Socially, there was a lot of tolerance, a lot of different kinds of religions around in these colonies. Virginia had the Church of England. Maryland was for Catholics, of course. Religion wasn't as big of a deal because they were more focused on their money, right? And then socially, it's pretty much what you would expect from what you know about it so far, right? There's a lot of racism in their life down there, all kinds of laws against anyone who's not white. They're not going to emphasize education. They'll have some of the lowest literacy ratings out of any of the 13 colonies. And there's a big divide between those rich plantation owners and everybody else, even other white colonists who are kept pretty much dirt poor because there's not a lot of jobs or other things to go around. And that pretty sums up the southern regions, the southern colonies, and that covers all 3 American colony regions. So congratulations, you made it through, and we'll start talking about something else.